Thank you guys for participating in the demo session. Hi, good morning. Myself Nagarjuna Vadlakonda. Right. So I have a total 12 years of IT experience. I am providing different technologies as a trainings, especially DevOps and AI related technologies. I started this training career part from the PowerShell. First of all, the first batch is a PowerShell. Almost now 54th PowerShell batch is going on from tomorrow also. Yes. So this is a complete Docker and Kubernetes training from the scratch completely. Like what is the drawbacks of the virtual machines? Drawbacks of the virtual machines to end of the day, we are going to call it something like pod, pods, pod high availability, HPA, horizontal pod auto scaling. So that is the end of the final product we can expect. But one thing I can say one thing, I can deliver these content in very easiest manner to you. But practice is important here. Practice is very, very, very important here. So every day a new terms you are going to learn here. Every day you are going to learn a new terms only. So practice is important here. Even if you have a little idea, like what is a Docker container, images, Docker file, if you have a little idea, really that is a great benefit to you, really. If not also, definitely one thing, even if you have just a basic idea, okay, I watched some YouTube channels, I have a basic idea, that is fine. Even if those are completely new, really you have to do practice every day. Lab is mandatory here. Lab is mandatory. And before going to see that one, I will inform you about this batch details. So, guys, this batch is good. There are total two batches are available. One is morning 6 to 7 a.m. IST. This is a morning batch. And another one is a night 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. There are two batches are available. Means you no need to attend two times per a day. Example, day one, batch planning to start from Wednesday, 18th onwards batch is going to start. Sorry, 18th onwards batch going to start. So morning and evening, same topic will run in the morning and evening. And there is a same link also. Zoom link also same. Zoom link also same. You can attend either morning or evening based on your availability. You can attend either morning or evening. Any one of them fine. Same link only. After every live session, you will get the daily recordings for your practice purpose. Guys, those who are already part of in DevOps, those who are part in Azure Cloud, you no need to join again. Here already that is included to you. So my intention here, I am going to start from completely zero. Like zero means like what is the drawback of the existing network? What is the prerequisites to learn this course? What is the prerequisites? ID on the Linux is important and cloud basic idea. Cloud is optional here. And here I'm going to use especially, yes, generally my question, I don't know the Docker, leave it about the Docker. I'm just explaining to you the possibility. I need to run 5 servers, 5 different servers are required. One is like running one web application, another one is a FTP server. I want to deploy one database. So instead of purchasing 3 to 5 servers, what we are doing now previously, we are purchasing one high configuration server. Upon that, we are installing a hypervisor, or you can call VMware, virtualization software, anything. And then after that, we are installing one operating system. Again, installing the required binaries. Then we are running our application. Next one also. Again, one more OS, binaries, application. Am I right? We are using this approach only now in the VMware. Are we using same approach? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Can you guess what is the drawback here? Can you guess what is the drawback? What is the drawback we are facing here?
We have to purchase the hardware first, um, and one host goes down, the entire machines will be going down.
Absolutely. Even you're correct. Whatever the main server where you install the operating system, physical server, that server we are calling it generally host server. It is fine. And upon the hypervisor, if you are installing the operating system, really, is it okay? I mean, if I install 1/4 of operating system, will my application will run?
No.
No. So whether you are using or not, you need to install complete application. For example, I need to, I am running one web application, Apache web server. Definitely, you need to install like Linux server. In Linux, so many tools will come. So many. Otherwise, Windows only you can take. In Windows, IIS server you are running. Really, when I install calculator program, Notepad will come or not with this operating system. Generally, I'm talking about calculator,
Yes.
Notepad,
Yeah. Yes.
MSDOS. Really, am I using the two applications?
No.
No.
No, really no. And moreover, how these is hardwares are going to receive? I mean, this machine going to take the hardware from where? From these
We
host only, na? Yes,
Yes.
host only. Actually, there is a kernel will come, a Windows kernel or whatever the main. So unnecessarily, we are using the complete operating system here. Complete operating system. Okay, single point failure. If it is failed, everything failed only, no doubt. But the problem is, if you see, one second. So many third-party virtualization softwares are there. From these drawbacks only, there is a containerization concept. Again. Same concept only. There is no change. Here also containerization. Containerization concept again. What is the containerization? Same. Your main operating system is available. Like I'm calling as host, maybe your Windows or Linux. Then instead of installing the virtualization software, we are going to install Docker engine, one software. Docker is one of the containerization software. Podman, Red Hat, one product. Or container D. So many are there. Docker is one of the containerization tool. One of the containerization tool. One of the containerization tool. I mean, I will show you practically. One second. Perfect idea is important. What are the containerization tools in uh, like VMs or servers? What? Okay, let's see. Podman, Docker, Kubernetes containerization only, but high availability here more, and some other container RD that is also one of them. So many are there, but even Docker and container these two are famous. This is we will call as a Docker engine, one software. Actually, there is a daemon we will call. It is a one background process. It is a daemon background process in Linux server. We can see this. That's all. You no need to install anything. Directly you can install your application only. No middleware, what is that, operating system, anything. So containerization means here your application is already bundled with your application. To run this application, which binaries are required, that binary is only required here. For example, I want to install uh, Apache web server. Otherwise, you can take Maven I want to install. Java is a binary. Upon that, I'm installing Maven. Really, do we have any operating system here inside of this? Do we have any operating system here comparing with previous screen to now?
No.
This layer is not there. Really, operating system, it will use of this host in your Windows laptop also. Hardware and software is there. Who is the intermediate between these two? Who is going to manage and control these two? We will call operating system actually, but internally that is a kernel. These host kernel only it will use. Host kernel only it will use. Directly you can create it in less than, I mean, not hours. In seconds, you can create it. Just you need to install Docker engine. Even Docker Windows desktop also available. But single point failure only, no doubt. If the host is failed, everything failed on. I will come to that point also. That purpose only you have high availability. High availability. Example, you can say I have a one server. Just I created. I installed Docker. You can check it. Docker version. Don't worry about the installation first. I will explain to you. So Docker is there. Okay. Docker engine, Docker client, and what is the architecture of the Docker, how it is going to. For example, I want to install mm, like one web server I want to install. Definitely, we need something. What is the need something here? I will shortly explain to you about the architecture. Now, I purchased one physical laptop. This is my physical laptop. Upon this one, I installed Docker engine. So here, Docker engine is there. Actually, you can call Docker daemon, Docker engine. Daemon is a process actually. There is a, you can create container. Here something is there, especially images. Images means like something like your operating system, like ISO images. Templates, read only templates. For example, if you want to create a operating system, how to create it? It in the air, somewhere it will not come. Definitely, we need we need some image is required. Image means which containing your application. So when you are giving a command from your another laptop, this we can call CLI, Docker CLI. When you give a command to here, Docker daemon, please create a nginx server. Your application, directly your application only. You no need to think about which operating system it is. So Docker daemon, what it will do? It will check this image is there. No, this image is not there. So what it will do? Over the internet, there is a Docker hub is there something. Even this is a public repository. We have a private also there. Even AWS point EKS. Okay, what it will do first? Okay, image is not there. It is going to Docker Hub and it will bring to here. One image will come. That time your Docker container. The container is created by this image. Next time again, if you are giving, it won't go to the internet. Why? Because already image is there. See, same syntax, you are going to get a 1 hour explanation. Generally, I'm explaining to you. You can see the Docker architecture. Same, whatever I explained to you in once, like less than 2 minutes, the same thing is available you have here on the screen. You can see client, Docker host, same words, but need some detailed explanation there. But this is short way. I explained why because your container and images are there. Docker hub, I said this is a one. Something you are saying, please create daemon. I said host, engine, everything same. Repeat. Only the detailed explanation is required here. So there are few commands are there, but really it is not a complicated command. Just need practice. Every day required practice only. If you attend regularly, it will not come. Guys, definitely practice is very important. See, I want to create a nginx server. First, is there any images like in that name? No, there is some other images there. This is related to my Kubernetes. So first you have to, okay, directly also you can create the VM. There is some command, pull image, nginx, nginx, nginx. Even this is also not required. See, image is not there. Directly it is going to pull from the internet. Now I am going to create a container. I am going to create a container. You can see Docker images. One image came to my machine now. One second. Docker images. Two images are there. You can see. Now I'm going to create actual container. First day, maybe definitely it is going to create some confusion. But how simple I'm going to create a image. You can see. For example, I'm going to create app one. Name is nginx. Nginx. There is a port concept is there and port forwarding is there. One second. Docker run hyphen hyphen. Backgroundly run this one. App one. Then I want to create. Okay, I will give some meaningfulness. App one. Finally, Nginx latest is in a tag. That's all. My machine is ready. My machine is ready. You can see there is a PS. One Nginx server is running just now. Just now. Just now. Created 6 seconds ago. Started 5 seconds ago. How much time it took? You can see. You can, if you want, you can go to inside of this VM also. I'm going to say, I'm going inside of that one. Docker execute -d. Yes. Bin bash. See, I landed inside of the machine. See the number 5559. 5559. I landed inside of this machine only. How simple. Now one machine I created. See how simple I created. Even if you see one thing, if you see the operating system size, 192 MB only. My web application is running with a size of 192 MB. 192 MB size only it is taken. How powerful it is, you can see. So there in the Docker Hub, you have so many images are there. Really, uh, uh, I mean, my intention is why we should depend on their provided images. Can't we create our own images? Yes, possible. So if you see the lifespan is where it is completely, you have to remember one thing. Short life containers. I mean, it will destroy, recreate. Yes, first, if you're able to understand difference between virtualization and container, then major part here only. Here, a lot of resources are wasting. That is simplified in the container one. Even this architecture is different. Here, you have a different namespaces are available, and how to create a Docker file also available. Docker file we will call. How to create our own image. How to create our own image. Are you getting my point? For example, Docker file. Even we will call D is capital. No, really not. No, there is some keywords are there from like Ubuntu, latest, and expose EIT. Something I'm writing. This is like you can create your how simple I'm creating. You can see one image, Docker build, hyphen T, uh, thumbnail. That's one image, two layers. Two comments is there, na? Two layers created. My own image creation. That only one thing everyday practice is required here. So inside of this also, like example, I'm taking one machine. Upon that, I'm installing Docker engine. This process will run. If you know lineage, ps-ef command we will run. Background process. There you can see there is a daemon is a one process, background process. Question mark will available. You can see. I will show you otherwise. Okay. Anyhow, here I have a server now. I'm going to show you one second. Docker. Okay, shortest way. One second. Question mark is there. You can see where is a Docker daemon. One second. I'm going to clear this thing. Grep Docker. Docker RD. This is a question mark. Question mark. RD. This is a process. It is working. Question mark means backgroundly running one. This is user interactor one. User interacted one is the normal one. Question mark means which is running the background. So now once if you're able to understand the Docker concept, lot of questions will come. Question number one. Okay. Now I'm creating my Windows laptop or Linux laptop or one server. There you are installing the Docker engine. Now I am creating the container. So you have to remember this will, if you delete, for example, you are storing some data, the data is available if I delete the container. I'm storing some
No.
data, the data will be available. No, that is a non-persistency. If you container deleted, then everything is deleted. Container also one type of VM only, but without operating system. It will use these machine kernel. Why? Because here also it is going to take the hardware, RAM, everything from here on. Yes, the first thing we will use the basic command. What is the basic command? How to create images, start, stop, how to delete a container, how to stop a container, and what is a Docker related log information or inspect of the, for example, Docker containers are there running on. Docker inspect, how to monitor a, or how to troubleshoot, or how to see the log files, Docker logs of the container name, log or logs, logs information. So even these logs also seeing in this way not correct. One second. There is a one module is there. Give me one second. JS. JQ, I believe. Okay. How we are going to see the same log files you can see. How simple I am showing to you. No, not here. JQ. I think I pressed J. One second. There is a one default location is there. Where lib docker inside containers and inside what is my container starting number? One second. Scribble 59. Okay, one second. Starting with the DC. This one. Actual monitoring process, guys, I am showing to you. There is a JSON related file. Where is exactly JSON? Where is the JSON? Yes, host config. See how I am going to see the log files here. How simple way I am showing to you that information in the JSON format. Even one second. Actually, there is no logs generated as of now. There is a one file log. Lengthy name came. I have different syntax came. You can see. This is complete log name. You can see cat D6 something. See guys, I am using just JQ. How simple you are seeing the log file. How simple you are seeing the log file. You can see log file complete information you are getting on the screen. So the actual monitoring. I mean physical server upon the physical server I am seeing. So this is a basic command we will see. Once if you understand this one, there is a one completely I am telling to you real time scenario only I am going to explain to you with scratch explanation. Next one, Docker location we need to modify. Why? Because if you see, there is a one problem is there. If by default it is going to eat the memory of the your root. No, 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 no. I don't want it in that way. It is by default it is eating the memory of the your root. How to attach one ETC or something, what we can call EBS storage in a AWS point. Or if you go to the Azure point, we are calling as a value, simply value. So how to attach a dedicated value for a Docker engine. So that is a concept, a default location changing. And no, no, no. If I'm deleting this container, this data is going to delete. So I want to create a dedicated drive or disk or value, persistent value. This value I want to attach to my containers. Even this container is deleted, I want to maintain my data permanently. So there is a permanent concept is there. Even if you see the networking between the containers, there are different type of networks are available. By default, three networks are available. What is that? Bridge, host, none, and one more also there. Minikube I just installed. That is not related to this one. So bridge, host, none. Host is a, I mean, one question I am raising here. Uh, I am running, this is my Windows laptop. I am running Docker. Now, I am running one container. This container listening port number 80, another one is listening port number 80. My Windows laptop address is 1.2.3.4. Tell me how to access this by 80 port. Are you getting my problem?
Mm.
Yes.
Yes. No.
So actually, I am not going to, my web application is not running on my Windows server. I mean, host, not on host server, which is running on container, something you are going to learn in the Docker section. So there is a port forwarding, port mapping is there. So there is, you will understand bridge. So I will create a mapping. Someone hit at port number 5678, or you can no need to give this one. For example, someone hit at this one, link to 80. I mean the traffic go to this one. Or someone hitting at 51234 go to this one. So that is a port mapping we will call. So that port mapping, I mean that is also one concept. You can understand there is a bridge. Even if you see Docker PS, my running containers are there. It is directly available, and which port it is using? Normally, host is there. No, no, no. I want to create one more application. Docker run hyphen d detached mode, like name. One second. Like app two port I'm giving. So someone is calling 8081 backend. 8081 your Linux machine. These Linux machine. These 80 your container IP. So give some name, like what is that, nginx. That's created, completed, created. You can see again same command. Now this is running on port number 8081. 8081. Example, I think NSG is disabled. Anyhow, I will try to see. 134, 149. My machine public IP address, which one I deployed on Linux. 8081, what is that name I provide? I think NS is disabled, even though 8081. Perfect. HTTP 8080. That's okay. That's maybe NS issues we are getting. So how to port mapping? This is a one port mapping. And second one, maybe there is a one more problem. These containers storage is one problem. Communication is one problem. There is a no, no, no. This container is coming from downloaded image. I don't want. I want to create my own image. That is a concept of one powerful topic, Docker file. Docker file, build hyphen T. So in the Docker file, you are going to give some instructions. Simple instruction from copy, add, expose, working directory. Yes. So add CMD. Some commands you are going to create. Then you are going to give to uh, Docker build. It is going to create your own image. From the image, you are going to create a new content. That's all. Even this image you can push to Docker Hub public repository. Otherwise, you can also push to private repositories also. AWS EKS we are going to use here. Elastic ECR, container registry is there. Here also ECR, AWS point. In Azure point, ACR is there. But this third party also I'm going to explain to you. Sir, this is completely related to as of now, Docker point one. Maybe. No, 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 sir. I have one machine. Upon that, you are installing Docker. My container is running. If I want to create three containers, three times I have to run the command. I want to write one file, YAML file, I want to run three container at a time. I want to create it. Maybe three-tier architecture. This concept we will call as a compose. But one problem is there. If container one is failed, is there any scope to get back?
No, here scalability is a concept.
Problem is there. So, and high availability is missing or not?
Yes.
Yeah. So for that only we have actually Kubernetes is not required, first of all. What we have, Docker own product is also there, orchestration tool. What is that? Docker Swarm. Docker Swarm is a one powerful tool. Docker Swarm is a one powerful tool. Guys, what is the meaning of that? High availability. Even one container is deleted, automatically it is recreated. Automatically it is recreated. But lot of problems are there here. Like example, first of all, we cannot store the secrets. We cannot store the secrets. That is the first problem. So we cannot store the secrets here. And second one is high availability. High availability is missing. I mean, load balancer issue is there. But deploying is very, 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 very easy. Drawbacks are there. Secrets we cannot store. and volume linking is not possible. But deploying is very, 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 very easy. If you know Docker, you will understand, okay, if single point failure chances is there, then how to resolve in this scenario.
Go to Kubernetes.
Deploying
Yes.
multiple regions.
Yes. Here, Docker Swarm is there. Now, ultimate answer is the Kubernetes.
For in
Ultimate
Docker Swarm, only secrets is the issue, sir. Any other issues also there?
Really, so many issues are there. Comparing, first of all, you can take that is a rollbacking. I mean, rollbacking is not possible. Rollout is not possible. Revert is
Rollback.
not possible. That is the
Okay.
first problem. Secrets are not possible to store.
Okay.
And the replication sets also one of the major problems.
Okay.
So out of all these, okay, up to this area, it will take to you 20 hours time to understand Docker, Dockerfile, Docker Swarm. This is a major topic, guys. Once if you know the drawback of this one, again, same containerization only we are going to use. There is something is there, Kubernetes. Now listen carefully. Now interesting fact. In the Kubernetes, there is no word about the container. Here you have
Pod.
a pod like a, for example, you can consider this is like a chocolate. Pod is nothing but upon the chocolate you have one beautiful cover, packing cover. That's it. That's
Okay,
it. That is
that
it. That is
upper layer only pod.
upper layer. I mean orchestration tool, like what we can call abstract, or we can call what simple way you can call. This is like a chocolate cover. Best way, some wrapper that is better. Is it okay?
Okay.
Like a wrapper.
You can take P. P is a matter, right? That's
Simple. This is like a chocolate. Upon the chocolate, maybe in the chocolate cover you may have two chocolates also, three covers, two chocolates or three chocolates also, but you have a beautiful cover upon it. That is simple way. A wrapper, like a decorator one. Way, that is a pod you have to call. This one you have to call pod, and this is like a container. General way. I mean, lemon terminology example. Don't consider this is a version. The Kubernetes minimum, you have a one master node. Node means physical server. You are taking from the AWS. Minimum one master node. Master node minimum one. I'm talking about minimum. Maybe you can take maximum two also. Regular one two only. Our project based on the two masters only. Two. There is a two worker nodes. Worker node. Debian means worker node. Guys, here now what we have. Maybe first time these names are interesting in confusion to you. There is something is there. API server is there. One container only actually, but pod you have to call. I am going to connect a tool kubectl. We are going to call kubectl. Hey, please create two machines, two containers, but you should not call container. Pod you have to call. Pod container abo pod abo like cluster node.
Cluster.
I mean these words are not required. Pod is enough as of now.
So sorry for interruption. So directly you are telling kubectl, pods, APIs and all. So I think as per demo session you were telling, I am thinking, but in while starting the session you will explain deeply, no, sir?
No, definitely, sir. If I directly, it is in 1
Yeah.
hour, one
See,
demonstration.
actually, I am having some knowledge, so I know kubectl, what is
No,
kubectl,
just
what is
I'm
the pod
covering to
and
you.
all.
Then general I'm covering. For
But
example,
whoever joined very recently and who doesn't know anything, they will have a full confusion.
just overview of this course only.
Yeah, that is, sir. Thank you.
For example, now first of all, you can see what we have. kubectl get nodes. How many nodes I have? 1 second, guys. kubectl get nodes.
that's what Naga say, right? 20 hours. If you'll get knowledge, then you will come to know.
Come to know here. It is not
Yes.
possible in 1 hour.
Yes.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. There's one more thing you need to observe. So which lab activity I'm going to use here? You need to understand. This is important point before going to explain what we have in the Kubernetes. There is a open platforms are available to learn the Kubernetes. This is ultimate target. You have 25 hours you are going to spend. Whatever I'm going to teach you in 30 minutes. For that, we need to allocate 25 hours. So there is a famous one. Only you can take one cloud machine. One cloud machine, there is a mini cube. Now just I'm using in front of you mini cube. You need to create one. You need to deploy everything. And second one, Kubedium also one of the important. This one I am regularly using. In your course, you are going to get this one every day. Third one, COPS, Kubernetes operation. Single line, AWS point, there is access keys and secret access keys concept is there. This is also, it's all, these two are important. This is for testing environment, Minikube. I'm just using Minikube only. In front of you, I'm using the Minikube only. I'm using the Minikube only. So the thing is, you need to deploy, you need to perform this one. No, sir, I'm very lazy. Then you need to depend on the cloud platforms. One of them, AWS, Elastic Kubernetes Cluster Service, Azure Point, AKS. These are, so I'm going to cover, but only lab setup. What is the benefit comparing to here? For example, here Kubernetes point, I have a 3 servers are there. Sir, high availability, even it is failed, self-healing, self-healing means it is recreate again. One more VM is going to create it. But if the main server is failed, you need to come back and you need to create it here. Commands are same. But here I'm saying to you two clouds I'm going to cover. Clouds doesn't matter. Once if you know the independent Kubernetes on open platform, cloud will give to you lot of flexibility. Means nothing to do from your end only. It will take care. It will self-healing. Even deleted the master node, it is going to recreate it. So that benefit you are going to get. So if I directly explain on the cloud, you cannot understand original errors. So here Kubedium and COPS, these two I'm going to cover. COPS as of now working on AWS only, even GCP also, but I'm not sure about the GCP. And this one. So, but end of the day, I'm going to cover AWS related EKS and AKS. But first, you need to concentrate on here on. So now come to section of the what is a Kubernetes. Give me this small overview. You have a little idea. Okay, Docker is there. Lot of actions we can create. The communications are there. Now here you have at least. I'm taking 3 nodes. Guys. This is I'm calling master server, one physical server. These are the worker nodes. If you know Ansible, master and slave, same concept. In the master, it containing so many components. Everything is part only. API server, one database. It's a database, key and value, and controller, scheduler. Maybe these words first time confusion. Next, there is a what is that? kubectl? No. What we can call this is kubelet, and proxy. And your container software. Here only original parts are available. C means container software, Docker. Same thing here also. Pods. Pod means maybe inside 1 chocolate or 2 chocolates. Container runtime, Docker, kubelet, and networking purpose proxy. I am the person, I am running a command kubelet run one VM. So my request will take by API. API is like one of the web-based one. It is going to interact with everything with API only. Here and here. So API immediately it will go to etcd. Okay, this person is trying to creating one VM. Please check already there anywhere. etcd tells, okay, no, there is nothing. Then immediately this information will go to API. API again it will ask, hey scheduler, you have to decide which node is better. First one or second one. Okay, first request come to here. etc said there is no existing pod with this name. You can create it. API come to scheduler. Hey scheduler, please API telling to scheduler, hey scheduler, create this pod. This person want to run a application. Okay, I will run, but tell me which server I have to select. This person is going to, scheduler is going to decide based on the hardware resources. Okay, this machine having 2 GB, this machine having 1 GB. Okay, this is good. And in the 2 GB still 1.5 GB is free. Here also 1 GB, only 0.5 GB free on. Okay, this is better. I will create here pod. Then after this information again API will tell already I created. Now controller will check this one. Is it running or not? Is it in desired state or not? Always it will monitor. That's all. This is your Kubernetes. Even if you see the one second. If you see the Kubernetes architecture, just analyze it. Even 1 hour session never gives you complete idea of how many words I covered. You can see. Just analyze and yes, API server, database, scheduler, controller. Here what we have kubelet, proxy, pods, proxy. This is a network proxy. Almost I covered everything or not, except C advisor.
Yes.
Yes, simple way. User going to connect like here also. This what we have inside of it. How to understand? For example, while explaining the cube Docker, I said there is a networking is there, and what is the other thing? Port mapping is there. Storage related activities are there. Now, what about Kubernetes? I don't know anything. One second. Kubernetes is actually in off mode or running mode. kubectl. Good. kubectl get pods. I think it is not running. Cloud. There is a one website is there. Cloud. They are directly providing to you.
Killer Coda, you see.
Killer. Sorry.
Killer Coda.
Killer code.
Clear Coda. Yeah, it will be the ready-made.
Directly it will give to you.
Yeah.
No. This is
No.
advertising.
Go back. Playground. Yes. Take anything. CK.
This is what CK.
Yeah. CK. Yes.
One second. I will check anything other side.
No. You take that one. No. Yes. Second. Check any example. 20 scenario. Yeah. Something. Yes. You'll get it.
No. I need platform.
Playground is there. No. Yeah. Don't know. Just check it. You'll get it. You have to log in. 1 hour will get free. Yes. Start.
Okay. I am asking kubectl get pods. How many are there? Okay.
See.
I don't know anything about the Kubernetes. Then how do I start my journey? Sir, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Even same thing, it is presently it is telling no answer. Now it is giving some answer. You can see whatever I said as of now, everything running as a pod. You can see proxy and control plane, etc. database one and controller, API server. Everything has one pod or not scheduler. Are you getting the words? Whatever I shown you on the ear. Everything has one pod or not on the running on the screen? Yes?
Yes.
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 Now I don't know anything, then how can I start my journey? Simple word, you can see. One second. Wait. So this is a way only. No need any document. kubectl, my mistake. kubectl, there is a one. API resources. You can see the API can do these type of activities. Complete syntax here only. Maybe you are getting some word pods. How to create pod. Their version. You can see first element you are going to write. Version, V1. Even 1 second. I will write namespace. Copy. Paste. I believe key and value. If not, I will go to another. No. I think small letters. No. Namespace. Otherwise, I will do one thing. I will use grep. You can see all are true one only. These are the things you are going to learn how to create a pod. Then services. Third important, deployment, replica sets, multiple copies creation. For example, how to create pod. How can I use this one? Guys, how simple I'm asking. You can see kubectl. Please explain pod. See, complete pod. Pod required which one? You can see I provided command somewhere. Here I provided. Then version v1 is there. Kind POD version v1. Same name here also there or not? You can see version v1 is there or not? There is a result code inside of that version code. Which fields are required? API version, kind, metadata. Even you can see I'm going to create one container. 1 second. I mean not container, pod kubectl. I want to create a one pod. For example, run application one. Like what we can give. Some name, whatever it is. Okay. For example, I'm taking nginx latest. That's all created. You can see kubectl get pods running or not. One pod is running. How many copies are there here?
One
Out
copy.
of one copy. But here also same like your Docker only, but I need high availability. Guys, I don't know YAML scripting. Then how can I get this one? How simple I'm going to write? There is a dry run is there. Output in the form of YAML. That's your YAML script is ready. Your YAML script is ready. There are two ways you can create it. Imperative way, declarative way. The YAML file is a declarative. Even JSON also supported. But here, this is see how I created one single line command. It is going to creating to you complete logic. So actually in real time, not in this way. How we are going to create? First we will analyze in this way. Then kubectl. No, even not in this way. This is approach only. Echo command. We will paste the total code. Then after pipeline, kubectl apply -f one -. This code is going to take. I think I missed single quotes closing. Single quotes closing missing a echo open paste single quotes closing, then kubectl apply -f. That's all. My pod is ready. I mean, it is telling that already this name is there. No problem. Pod name is there. That's why it is showing to you this name. How simple. This is the way we are going to create it. But once if you create the pod, here also storage problems will come. Secrets. Guys, I will write you in simplest way. If instead of giving the short way explanation. Guys, those who are new, little confusion, and I'm moving little bit speed also. Because I need to cover everything here. So first area, I will explain to you mainly lab setup. First part, lab setup related to Kubedium. And then after COPS. These two I will cover first. Then after on AWS and Azure, I'm going to cover. Then pod creation, basic commands. Then once if you know the parts, pod access is required. Services will come. Like node port, cluster IP, and LB, load balancer. But load balancer, third area will come. Then one more problem you are going to face. Sir, I'm running the pods. Daemon sets we will call. Daemon set is nothing but, you can say daemon set. You have one master, two slaves are there. If you create daemon set, you are running one pod. Daemon set means on each node, at least one copy is going to maintain as a pod. If you have a 3 nodes, 3 copies it will maintain. Even one is failed, still you have a 2 backups. Daemon sets is there. And next one, replication controller is there. It's the old one. No one is using, but it's the old one. And new one also there, replication set. Replicas, how to create replicas, multiple copies, replica set, RS hyphen RC we will call here. Yes, and here only you will understand. So like blue and green approach project area, so blue green approach. So two different approaches are there. So how to roll back
Deployment strategy.
deployment point. Then after there is a access purpose, ingress outgress rules are welcome. Security group, same like here also security group rules, and how to connect with the TLS termination. Hacker, how to restrict our pods from the hackers, but how to control, I mean, how to resist, what is that? We can encryption purpose. How can we use TLS certificate concept? That is the ingress will come. Then after, anyhow, health probes, two health probes. One is lives and another one is the what is the one is liveness and another one is what is another one?
Readiness. Readiness.
Readiness, yes, correct. Liveness and readiness is there. Readiness and readiness. This is very, very important. Why? Because active probes. Otherwise, your scheduler will come to the picture. And then after, definitely permissions. Ultimate one here. Ultimate one drawbacks. Sorry, RBAC, not drawback. It is a role-based access purpose. We have RBAC, a powerful concept here inside of this. Guys, here also you have a networking between pods, volume. Here also, which volume? Persistent volume. Persistent
volume.
volume.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, persistent volume.
Persistent value.
PVC.
PVC. Persistent volume concept, and how to create one important point to dynamic provision. Runtime. Without downtime, how can we deploy this one?
Yes.
Next, what is that? Secrets. Secrets. Security. This is a drawback there. Here it is a future. Secrets is there. And there is a monitoring tools is there. Monitoring Kubernetes cluster. Cluster means combination of these three servers. And Grafana. From these two tools we are going to see.
Dynatrace
One more.
not there.
Sorry?
Dynatrace monitoring tool.
Not there is a one tool is there. Actually, I am using that one for one project.
Argo CD.
Lens, I think, believe. Lens only, na? Lens also perfect one. So many tools are there. Lens is there. One of them I am using for one related project. Somewhere I have Lens.
Naga, anything adding Argo CD here?
Argo CD
Pipeline?
That is already part inside of what is it? DevOps area. Helm chart. Why? Because this is like a package manager, like Optanium. Anything missing? General I'm moving, and there is no same thing is available on the document. Guys, end of the day, you are going to integrate with Jenkins. This is important. Why?
One
Because
is
this is a
ingress controller. How you say the load balancer, right? You're doing right.
controller. Yes.
Ingress controller.
One more thing, like
Not
stateful
controller,
sets.
ingress.
Stateful sets here only it will come. Important. That is important. Where is the deployment is not there. Missing.
Yeah, deployment and stateful sets.
Deployment is one of the important one. That is a
Mhm.
major concept.
Correct.
Important. Guys, as is you have a documentation. One second. I generally explain to you what we have here. Just watch it. Introduction and installation, architecture, the hub containers, and fourth part is plain command. Docker file own creation from keyword. I created from and expose keywords. Working with images. Why? What is a layer? Layer to layer. How the size is increasing. Container related activities. Entering inside of the container, deleting the container. So this is a persistent values. Persistent value. More than one container creation. This is your Kubernetes only. It is own product, a native tool of Docker. Guys, really Kubernetes optional you can consider, but problems are there here. Docker Swarm is like a Kubernetes only orchestration tool. Orchestration tool. Orchestration means what is the meaning of orchestration? Official terminology. Auto deployment, auto scaling. What is another one? Deployment, automatic, and auto scaling. What is another one? Generally, if you see official terminology,
Centralized monitoring.
orchestration, Kubernetes in Kubernetes. What is the meaning of orchestration? Deployment, simple words I want. Deployment, scaling, and load balancing. Simple. These three words not there, here there. That's it. Here means swamp, Docker swamp not there, here we have. Just I said na chocolate up on my cover. And actual course this is. Without Docker, you cannot understand Kubernetes. So that's why we are allocating 20 hours only for Docker. Why? Because if you go to the Kubernetes, here Docker runtime, this is your Docker runtime only we are using na? Here, container runtime. Same concept guys here. Or complete terminology. And what is a command line tool? And there is a one config file also there. 1 second. I will go to my master node. I have a 1 hour backup. 1 second. No, it is not a master node, I believe. There is a QB.
No,
There is a
type
one
it.
file is there. Config.
No,
1 second.
no. Type it kubectl get node.
No, this file only. This file only. Config file.
Hmm.
Based on this key, I have one tool is there. I installed one. Let me see. Lens some word. Monitoring tool. Kubernetes monitoring tool is there. One second. At least I will try to get here. Before
Argo CD.
Carbo, what is that? Carbo?
Argo CD. Kubernetes.
Argos is different. No. This is a one exclusively. It's a simplest tool, nothing to do. Just we have to give this key only. Argo CD, that is like a dashed one. Am I right?
No, just CD pipeline like a Jenkins.
Yeah. CD. Jenkins. Like.
Auto deployment, basically, we can say that.
CI/CD.
I installed one tool that is going to completely geo approach you are going to get. 1 second. Anyhow, I'm monitoring section point. This is
Lens.
where is the lens? That lens is what is Google Lens again? 1 second, I will try that one. I'm thinking that is a Google Lens. Maybe this one only, lens only. I'm looking at mobiles also. There is a one lens is there. My QB CTM. This one I'm monitoring and connect. 1 second. Fine. Maybe network issue or otherwise license related issue. It will ask you config file, whatever I copied just now. That one it will ask you. No, it is not connecting. Otherwise, you can see this is existing one. Let me delete this one first of all. But interesting work. We can achieve a lot of things by the Kubernetes only, comparing with it. Okay, this is a cube. Maybe it is not my. See, you can see something existing on any one file. Here you can see pods information. Where is the GUI approach? Come on. Presently no pods, huh? No. 1 second. I will minimize everything. Add one more. Place symbol. This file. Oh, where is the file? This file. Where I located this one located in your working directory. There is a config file. If you give this config file, it will monitor everything. Paste it. Add that cluster here. No, it is failed, guys. Why? Because the server is not in our control. Anyhow, one more time I will try. No, I'm not getting. So we need our control. The server should be in our control. Then we can monitor it. Then life cycle. Pods are The short leaving one, guys. So we should not depend on the port IP address. Definitely, ports automatically. I mean, delete if it is terminated. I mean, what we can call killed, automatically recreate. Every time IP is going to modify. So we should not depend on their IP addresses. That's why service concept is there. And namespaces, anyhow, here also we have a namespaces which is going to playing important role. Okay, typing Kubernetes is very difficult for me. I will create one alias. So get namespaces. You can see available namespaces. Namespace is nothing but simple way I will explain to you. For example, there is 100 members are there. You are bringing them. I mean, you are planning for 1 2. So making some groups. For this group, if you give the food, these 50 members, or maybe 10 members is going to get some food. Namespace like a organizing only. Benefit is RBAC purpose, permission purpose. These members only communicate. This member cannot communicate. There is a like circle is there. So namespaces. Default is there. So how to change default to we need to change to another one. By default namespace. Otherwise, you have to type hyphen namespace you need to provide. So namespace is playing important role. Why? Because like logical division. Services. This one I am always telling to you. This is important. Objects. Yes, this is all daemon set, RS, replication controller, replication sets, stateful sets, deployment. This is important. I missed to written on the screen. And rollback, rollout, rollback. Rollback means revert. Blue green, auto scaling, HPA, VPA, horizontal, vertical. There is a one more concept will come. What is that? Limitation, resource limitation. How much CPU, RAM you are going to give, CPU and storage you are going to give to you. Resource limitation will come in this screen. Value and EKS and AKS related one. Yes, added. Secret, monitoring purpose, health charts. Finally, this is a project I added here. But end of the day, we are going to integrate with Jenkins. Jenkins not added. We are like one person CI/CD going to control. The Jenkins also we are going to integrate it. Here I am not written. This is our course content, guys. So 45 hours, but end to end, lot of I can say maximum stuff you are going to get. Again, you no need to see anything for again. So again, advanced word. No, this is I'm going to cover in very, very detailed manner. I'm going to cover, including Kubernetes. And one more thing. Before that, yes. So batch is going to start from 18th. There Monday, Tuesday, there is no sessions. Monday, 18th onward, direct session. There are 2 batches. And this is a fees payment process. There are 2 batches. You can attend any one of them. Complete fee is 3,000. Docker and Kubernetes with recorded sessions. After every live, you will get the daily recording. Yes. Any queries you can ask about the content or course process, you can ask.
Yeah, Naga, 2 things I'm looking here. So is the high availability for the controller node, okay, and database. How if you like how to think if you if you 2 or more database, how will do, and the one more controller node and other things.
Master node 1 is that generally you are still we need to deploy in the project to 2 nodes we are going to do. 2
Yeah, 2
master,
node
2 sleep.
and the database etc as well as another things. Application need to be accessed on outside like ingress control. Just you mentioned the 17 point, right? Controller.
SSL, yes. TSS.
Yeah, ingress controller. That's so you do 2 things only I'm looking here. The stuff is very good. I think very super contents are there. And amount is very less. I think everyone good.
Okay. You're in the number 8. Ingress only control point. I mean, here we are going to integrate with AWS Forms. Actually, here I will purchase one domain. There with the domain, I will practically explain to you SSL creation. There are certificate and key. These 2 are required.
Okay, that's a good.
Complete information. Again, no advanced, including monitoring area. But here I am going to play with the Kubernetes. That is, same thing I will show you on the screen. Okay, fine. Any queries? Yes. Sandeep.
Yeah, actually, I'm as a VMware admin, working as a VMware admin, and I don't have any knowledge of Linux. Okay,
That is
so
fine.
it
Why?
is
Because I'm taking independent one only. No need to. You have a basic VMware. I mean VMware. How it is working. The same thing here in a different manner without guest operating system.
okay. That means Linux knowledge is not compulsory.
Not compulsory, but the everything I'm going to use command line only. Windows, no one will use.
Yes.
No, I can say one thing. Linux here not required, but to working environment, Linux is mandatory. Not only here, any AWS tool or DevOps tool, Linux is mandatory. Here, okay, you can easily learn the course. But if you go to outside, I am giving to you to create a LVM for high availability or disk one. If I'm asking in this, if you get this question, Linux knowledge is mandatory. Otherwise, I create a one user give the uh, like uh, like two permissions, pseudo permissions if you have to provide. To learn this course, no doubt it is optional. But if you move to working area, definitely the deciding factor is Linux.
Okay, that means parallelly I can
Yes, yes, parallel. You
learn
can
that.
learn it. That is fine.
Okay,
That is fine.
okay, okay, fine. Okay, okay.
Okay, guys. Now I will share the
Uh,
details to you, and I will also update the payment process in our WhatsApp group also. Right? So we are going to connect from Wednesday onwards. But serious session, 45 hours dedicated one with project. With project, I am going to explain to you. Right? Fine, yes. So I'm stopping it. We will connect in the live session, which is going to start from Wednesday. Thank you.